All right, grab your gear, because today we're diving deep into a really clever dungeon-delving, trick-taking game called Torchlit Trick. Let's get right into it.
So you think you've got what it takes to face down some of the dungeon's gnarliest creatures? I mean, look at this thing. But here's the twist. The real danger might just be the adventurers sitting right next to you.
Don't worry, we're going to light the way for you. In just the next few minutes, you'll know exactly what you need to do to gear up, win some tricks, and hopefully walk away with a ton of loot. You'll be ready for your first game for sure.
Okay, first up, gearing up for the dungeon. You can't just run in there, right? Let's get everything set up.
So what's in the box? Well, you've got your dungeon cards. Think of these as the map, your path from 0 to 7. Then you've got the monster cards, which are really the core of the game. They come in 7 different colors. And finally, your player tokens. That little pawn is you.
Setup is super simple. Just lay out those dungeon cards in a line, 0 through 7. Everybody takes their adventurer pawn and plops it down right at the entrance on card number 0. We're all starting this journey together.
Okay, now for the good stuff. You're going to get a hand of monster cards. Now, super important, keep these cards secret. I mean it. This hand is everything. It's your plan, your secret weapon, your key to survival.
All right, next section, lighting your torch. So before anyone even plays a single card, you have to make your first big decision. This is where the game gets its name, and it's a huge part of the strategy.
Take a look at that hand you were just dealt. You've got to ask yourself one simple question. How many tricks am I going to win this round? And by tricks, I just mean rounds of everyone playing one card.
This whole process is called lighting a torch, and here's how it works. You pick one card from your hand, secretly, and you put it face down. The number on that card, that's your bid. That's your secret goal for the round. Nobody else knows what you're aiming for.
Okay, bids are in. Now it's time for the main event. Taking a trick. This is the absolute core of the game, so let's walk through how it works.
Every single trick, no matter what, has 3 parts, and they always happen in this order. 1. Play cards. 2. Move adventurers. 3. Spawn monsters. Simple, right? Let's look at each step.
All right, step 1, play cards. If you've ever played a trick-taking game, you know this rule. The first player leads with whatever card they want. Then, going around the table, you have to follow suit. So if they play green and you have a green card, you've got to play it. No choice. Now, if you don't have that color, then great, you can play anything you want.
Let's make this crystal clear with an example. So, player A here leads with a green 5. Now look at player B. No green cards in their hand, so they can just toss out that orange card. But player C, player C has 2 green cards. They are stuck. They have to play one of them, either the 3 or the 6.
Okay, but you know there's got to be a rule breaker, right? A twist in the dungeon. Well, say hello to the dragon. Yeah, dragons change everything. Check this out. If the lead player starts the trick with a dragon card, that's the red suit, then all bets are off. The must-follow suit rule? Just gone for that trick. Poof, everybody can play whatever they want. It creates absolute chaos, and it's awesome.
So that was playing cards. Step 2 is seeing who wins so we can move adventurers. How do you know who won? It's easy. Dragons are trump, so the highest dragon played wins. Period. If no dragons came out to play, then you just look at the color that was led, and the highest number in that color wins the trick.
And what's the reward for winning a trick? You get to move deeper into the dungeon. Anyone who played the winning number gets to move their little adventurer pawn 1 space forward on that dungeon track. It's that simple. You win a trick, you take a step.
But wait, here's where this game gets really interesting. Winning the trick is great, but it doesn't mean you have all the power. Now we're at step 3, spawn monsters. And the person who gets to do this is the one who played the lowest number card in the trick. It doesn't matter what color it was. They become the dungeon warden, and they get to place the loot.
So, what does the warden do? They look at all the cards that were just played. For each color that appeared, they take one of those cards and place it under the dungeon card that matches its number. So if a yellow 0 was played, it goes under the 0 space. If a blue 4 was played, it goes under the 4 space. This is literally how you're stocking the dungeon with treasure for the end of the round.
All right, so you play tricks over and over until everyone has just one card left. And now, it's time to get paid. Let's talk scoring your spoils.
Okay, the moment of truth. Remember that secret card you put face down at the start? Your bid? And remember how your pawn has been moving along the track every time you won a trick? Well, now, everybody flips over that final last card in their hand.
And here it is, the big reveal.
You look at where your pawn is, that's how many tricks you won. Then you look at the number on that card you just revealed. If they match, you did it. You've relit your torch. If they don't match, well, that's a drop torch. You add that card to the dungeon loot pile, making it even richer for someone else.
So, how do you get points? Easy. You look at the dungeon space where your adventurer is standing. You get all the cards that have been placed there. Each normal monster card is 1 point. But those big, bad dragon cards and those dropped torches from other players, those are worth a sweet 2 points apiece.
But wait, there's more. This is the big one. If you successfully relit your torch, if you nailed your bid exactly, you get a massive 3-point bonus. This is on top of all the other points. Nailing your bid is absolutely the key to winning this game.
Okay, you've scored the round. So how do you actually win the whole game?
It's simple. You play for 3 full rounds. You'll deal out new cards, make new bids, the whole shebang. After 3 rounds, whoever has the most total points is the legendary adventurer, the winner.
And that's basically it. That's Torchlit Trick. It's all about that clever balance, right? Bidding just right, playing your cards smart, and figuring out if it's better to win the trick or maybe lose it on purpose to become the dungeon warden. So, you've learned the way of the torch. The only question is, which dungeon are you going to conquer first?